Avventuristi ben trovati.
Welcome back, my adventurous friends. Today I am at the Varone Waterfalls. I am in Tenno, next to Riva del Garda. Together we will discover this wonder of nature. Then we move south, towards the western shore of Lake Garda and begin a new adventure together. We will traverse the Ponale trail with amazing views on the entire Lake Garda basin up to the valley of Ledro, with another beautiful lake and many more interesting things to see. You ready? Well, come with me. Many popular people came here to admire the Varone waterfall across the years. The Prince Umberto II, Gabriele D'Annunzio, the Emperor Franz Joseph, Franz Kafka, Thomas Mann and many others. The waterfalls can be seen from two different points of view, two caves, a lower and a higher cave, connected by a stairway of 115 steps that climb the slope of the mountain, where a few years ago was realized an interesting botanical garden. All this area is a precious ecological nest for Mediterranean and high mountain vegetation that can thrive thanks to the favorable climate, so here you can see palm trees, cypresses, oleanders, olive trees, oaks, bay trees, loquats, pines and larches growing one next to each other. The lower cave penetrates the bowels of the mountain for many feet, and the gangway leads you to the very bottom of the rocky side of the cave, running over the stream that gargles under your feet. This is actually a high and narrow gorge, that is, a deep ravine dug into the mountain by the impetuous water that have been eroding the rock for more than 20,000 years. Do you know the proverb, drop by drop you break the rock? Well, nothing more to say. The upper cave equals the lower one in beauty, but exceeds in humidity. Getting in, you have the sensation it's raining, but immediately the sensation turns into a certainty. So prepare yourself to a colossal hosing. But the view of the water falling down for 300 feet into the heart of the mountain is something truly amazing. Right behind me runs the Western Cardasana Road, connecting the cities of Trento and Cremona, but we are not going to take it. We are going to hike a much more beautiful path, one of the most panoramic paths in Europe. Come with me. The Ponale Trail offers a spectacular view on Lake Garda. The former road was built inside the mountain in the middle of the 19th century, and it's been opened until 1995, when a long and more convenient tunnel was opened to reach Limone sul Garda. In 2004, the Ponale Road has been transformed into a pedestrian and cycling path. Nowadays one of the best attractions on Lake Garda, covered by hundreds of hikers and bike riders every day. For its environmental and historical characteristics, it is one of the most beautiful and known trails in Europe, that climbs the slope of the mountain for about 2 miles overhanging Lake Garda, before it diverts towards the Ledro Valley. An easy way to enjoy unbelievable views on the entire lake, from the shores of Trentino up to the southern basin of Lake Garda. And you can also see the tourists down there, enjoying the lake and the landscape from a fresher and lighter, but equally beautiful point of view.
Ok, eccomi arrivato a Pregazina.
Okay, here I am, in Pregazina, a district of Riva Del Garda. This is a great hike, and very easy. You don't need any specific skills or equipping. You can see Mount Brione, the Venetian shore, a 360 degrees wonderful panorama. So, now we leave Lake Garda and move to the valley of Ledro, another beautiful place and many more interesting things to see. Here we go! Lake Ledro is a small lake located at about 2,000 feet above sea level, one of the most beautiful and cleanest lakes in Trentino Alto Adige. Thanks to its clear waters, many tourists and residents spend their summer holiday on its shores, looking for fun and relaxation on one of its 4 beaches. The lakefront promenade is perfect for a stroll or a bike ride, and you can also practice many sports like windsurfing, sailing, kayaking. Well, many people just relax, but I feel sporty today and I want to try the kayak. And paddling, even if with my typical relaxed style, I know, I get to a place that turns on my attention. What at first glance seems just a bunch of trunks and branches emerging from the surface of the lake, they are actually the remains of a 4,000 years old pile-dwelling settlement. More than 10,000 poles testifying the presence of one of the largest prehistoric sites ever discovered in Italy. For its size, diversity of evidences, and good preservation, the most important in Europe. The site was discovered in 1929, during the construction works for the Riva Del Garda hydroelectric power plant. On the original remains, and thanks to perfect recreations, in the 70s was opened the pile-dwelling museum of Lake Ledro. The purpose of the museum is to give a detailed idea of life during the Bronze Age on Lake Ledro. 4 furnished sheds were recreated, and in the exhibit of the museum you can admire lots of finds, such as yarns, fishing nets, textiles, a 3,500 years old canyon built out of a 20 feet long trunk, jewelry, hatchets, and many other finds from the Bronze Age. The museum is part of the UNESCO World Heritage since 2011. It successfully explains the daily life of the locals, and show us the aspects that still connect us to them after 4,000 years. Whoa! Guys, this is the paradise. Today I have hiked, I have seen fantastic landscapes, I have swum, I paddled on the kayak, I have seen the pile dwelling museum, and now I am a little tired. I need a break now. In few minutes I'm going to a restaurant and eat the caponec. No clue of what it is. I was told it's a typical dish made of bread, butter, cheese, herbs, garlic, but it must be tasty. I remind you to subscribe my channel for more videos and let me know if you like this one. Italian travel. Follow me.